recording. Yeah, good morning. Um, I remember yesterday I was able to take you through introduction to SQL, and I've been able to successfully create UBA database and Zenith. And before that, I told you how to create connection. And I gave you the default connection type that you can use. And I also told you that when you are using the I-secured one, you can actually pick the SSH type of it as your connection method. So today, let's try and quickly do some queries. So where will I write query? I'm going to click on this icon. Okay, so you can actually expand this site. Okay, so let's see, maybe under Sakila table. Okay, I think there's one payment, right? Or should we start with customer? Okay, let's start with this customer. So that means, as I always told you, you will double click the particular database you want to use, which is what? Sakila. So then let me open one of the table there. So let's say customer. So I'll say select all from where? From customer. Terminate. Click on run. Okay. Now, after I've done that, I think I also gave you the shortcut for run. If you want to run, highlight and you press Control Enter. That's the shortcut to run. Do you understand? Instead of clicking on this run icon or execute icon. Now, as you can see that I'm showing all the columns that are in this that are in this table. Now, apart from using select all, the all means that select all the columns. I can decide to select few of the columns. So how am I going to do this? I will say select, then I will start. Maybe first underscore what? Name column, comma. As I always told you, anytime you put comma, just know that indirectly you are ruling. First name, comma what? Last name, comma email, comma let's say that's all. From what? From customer. Terminate. Then I'm going to run. Can you see? Because I've only selected what? Few of the columns, not all the columns. So that means that you can decide the particular column that you want to work with. Now, after you've known this, the next thing that I quickly need to put you through is operators. What do I call it? Operators. We have different types of operator. We have comparison operator. We have arithmetic operators. We have logical operators and the likes. What did I mean by arithmetic? Oh, when I'm using plus, minus, division, modulus, they are what you call what? Arithmetic operators. But when you are using logical, like and, or, no, they are what? They are logical operators. When you are talking about comparison, like equal, like greater, lesser, you can use it to compare something. That's the meaning of that. So let's start with arithmetic. And before I will be able to use arithmetic, you should have the understanding that I will need to use something like a table in which I can plus or minus, Abby. So let's try and select another table. Select all from, let's say, from payments. Let me see if I'm right. Payments. Can you see payment? So I'm going to terminate and I will highlight and press Control what? Control Enter. So can you see that I've seen all that are in these words that are in this table? Oh, for example, I want a situation in which, let's say this is a month. I'm going to do uh, a fast example that will explain arithmetic to you. So let's just assume that this renter ID, I want to plus it with what? With a month and give it increments. Increment. I'm just assuming. You understand? So how am I going to do it? So I'll just say, oh sorry, Control Z. Let me just remove the what? The all, Abby. So that means select rental underscore what? ID, comma what? Amount, comma. Now, I want the next column to be what? To be the addition of what? Renter ID plus what? Amount. So that will be what? Renter underscore what? ID plus what? Plus amount. I'll now say as, you know the meaning of as now? As total. That means this is another column entirely. So let's see. Let's run. Can you see? That means it plus 76 plus what? 2.99. 573 plus what? 0 plus 99. Do you get the simple arithmetic? Oh, maybe I decided that when I get this total, I want to divide it by 2. I'm just using this example to tell you about what arithmetic operator. So where will I, total is the last of Abby. That means I'll put what? Comma. No, I told you, that means you are ruling again. So now for the next one, I want to do what? I will put parentheses because I will use a more formula. I will use parentheses. Parentheses means that I will use renter underscore what? ID, Abby, plus what? Plus amount. Are you following? I'll now close the bracket, divide by, if I didn't close it and I just divide by 2, that means it's only amount that it will be divided by 2. So, but I want this addition of this thing, divide by what? By 2. After that, I'll now say as, or you can say space. It's not compulsory you use that. I can say space what? Space average. Are you getting it? So I'm going to highlight again or use a shortcut and I'll run. It's as simple as this. So all I'm actually trying to explain to you is what? The arithmetic operators. Are you following? So you can go and just do anything. You can use multiplication, you can use division, you can use a lot of things. Base, if you can just understand this fundamental. I can give you a complex formula, but there is something you need to quickly understand before you'll be able to do this perfectly. There is something we call order of precedence. What do I call it? Order of precedence. Now, what is the meaning of order? I just want you to explain. What is the meaning of order of precedence? Order of precedence. Now, when you're talking about order of precedence, order of precedence simply means, okay, it's the same like what we do in primary and secondary school, board mass. But in computer, we call it order of what? Precedence. Order of precedence simply means that, order of precedence simply means that we have hierarchy in the usage of what? Each of the operators. The number one hierarchy is what? Is multiplication and what? And division. Multiplication, division. That's number one. Then followed by what? The next hierarchy is what? Addition and what? Subtraction. Are you getting it? And the next order of precedence is who? Is what? is oh sorry, the first one, maybe the first order is what? Is parenthesis. What do I call it? Parenthesis. I know you'll be wondering that I'm writing colon 2 times. That's what we call comment. What do I call it? Multiplication and what? And division. So that computer will not see it as code. You understand? That's why. Can you see that it's not giving me error because you know that I put the hyphen as comment. And the next one is what? Addition and what? Subtraction. Are you getting it? That's now parentheses. Can you see that I consider parentheses first in the other formula that I did? Now, when you are now talking about multiplication and division, they're in the same hierarchy. That does not mean that multiplication is higher than division. They're in the same hierarchy. Addition and subtraction, they're in the same what? Hierarchy. So if I give, look at me, if I give 2 times 3 plus what? Plus 6. Oh, what did I do? This formula that I put, computer will look at it like this. Multiplication is the first, so it's going to be what? 2 times what? 3. Before it will now plus what? 6. But what if I write division? Who will you consider first? In this case, don't forget, multiplication and addition, they're at the same level. But you consider the one that is closer to the left or that comes first. Thank you. So that's why it's considering what? 2 times 3 first. But if I put 2 divided by 3, are you getting me? And I put what? Times what? 6 here. Who is going to consider first? It's considered division because division is what? Is coming first. The same thing is applicable to what? To plus and minus. So if somebody is saying that plus is higher, no, they're in the same level. So it's the person that comes first that will be considered first. Are you getting me? So I quickly use this to treat the topic of what? Order of precedence. So with this, there is no formula. There is nothing. Okay, let me give you one as I round up. For example, let me say, oh, I'm coming up. According to what we did last, let's assume that the average. What is the average? This Happy? Yes. Let's say we want to get the 10% increase. 10% what? Increase. How do we do this? Is all these things are not difficult. The simple thing, let me just copy this and come down, Control C. The reason why I'm doing this is that so that you can revise all those codes. That's why I'm not replacing them. I'll just come. Okay. Control V. Look at me. This is the average, Abby. I'll put another what? Comma. Don't forget that I said 10% what? Increase. So what is the meaning of 10%? Let me first analyze it here so that you understand. 10% is easy now. It means 10 divided by what? Let me first put comment. It means 10% means 10 divided by 100. That's the meaning of it. You know that now. So when the next 10% increase is 10 divided by 100 times what? Times the average. Is that clear? So you must be able to first bring out the formula before you use it. So since I know it, I will now come down. Immediately after the comma, I will now start. Are you following? Now, it's not as if we just go to this average. Computer will not understand average. Your average is not part of the table. So I will take it from the beginning. You understand? By saying renter underscore what? ID plus what? Plus amount. Are you following? Plus amount, close brackets, divided by what? Divided by 2. Are you getting me? I can come to the beginning. 10, if you want to make it very easy, 10% divided by 100 is what? I think that's 0.1. Am I right? Am I right? Okay, so I'll just say 0 point what? 1 times what? No, I've done 10 divided by 100 already. Times what? The average. You know, it's the average that is at here. So it will still work like this. Do you understand? So I'll now say as percentage. It does not allow space to increase. Are you getting me? Yeah. Let me run. Oh, sorry. Did you see? That's it. If you go and calculate it, you see. And in case you are getting error, you can actually you can put another bracket to hold this together. Look at me. This. You understand? This. Let's try this. If it still work. Note the answer. I want to know if it's give me the all. Wrong. Still the same thing. Are you following? So all I'm just trying to give you is what, so that you understand how to use any of the arithmetic operator. Let me quickly see if I can start with comparison operator, so that in the next class we continue from there. Now, when you are talking about comparison operators, what do I call it? Comparison operator. Comparison operator. Oh, you are comparing. Is that right? Now, if you are comparing, most time we will need to use where clause, even though we are not yet there. Like select is a clause, like from is a what? Clause. We know that customer is the table. Then there's something we call what? Where. So let me quickly show you. I'll say select. That's where I will round up. Select all. I don't want to waste time. All. Select all. From where? From customer. Are you following? So that we'll see all the customers. That's why I'm doing this. Let me highlight. Run. Can you see all the customers? Now, you could notice that in this active, we have 0, we have 1. Let me see. Make sure that we have 0. Can you see? We have 0. And please quickly note something. The field you are seeing is not hollow. You can come to this place and increase it. This one is 10,000. The per page, what it will open, it can open up to 50,000 rows. So are you following? I can say is that clear? So now this is a letter from work customer. So assuming I only want to see, because normally that's why I tell people what you see in the bank and every other place about database. This active now, that all those one, that means they've activated their account. Those ones that you are seeing 000, they've now what? Activated their account. When you hear what like, oh, they held someone money in the bank, it's just a little instruction in the database. If they don't want you to what? To withdraw your money at the front end, their front manager, if you just click on the button and it will make in the database that your one returns what? 0. From there, you just, so everything that you are saying is the work of the database. So let's quickly go and see those that are not active. Maybe I just want to see the client that are not what? Active. How will I do it? I'll say select. Okay, let me continue with this one still. Select or from what? Customer. I'll now use where clause. Where, are you getting me? Where what? What is the name of the column? Active equal what? 0. So we see what will happen. It will only bring customers. Can you see? 0. It's only bringing customers that are not what? No. Actually, even though equal sign is an assignment operator, there's a difference between comparison and assignment. Anything like equal is where active is equal what? 0. So I think from here, continue in the next class. So Thank you. So take your time to go through them, and if you have any issue, let me know. So thank you.